Good day everyone, my name is Coolpilot and welcome to Minecraft Mishaps Season 1, where we shall be playing the Ultra Hard Survival Mod Pack by Wyld, also known as UHS 3. Technically, it's the third one that we are playing, not just the first one, it's the third one. This has been in the works for quite a while now. The previous season of Minecraft Mishaps has been christened Season 0. I was, of course, playing UHS 2 then, but I knew from the beginning of that series that it was basically going to be kind of like a run-up to UHS 3 being finished, because it was being worked on at the time. It wasn't a complete mod pack yet. It's kind of like an alpha beta back then. So, I knew UHS 3 was coming up. I knew I was going to want to play it over UHS 2, if only because of the changes of Thaumcraft, but, just overall, I find this mod pack to be a much more whole and complete mod pack, altogether. Wyld's done a really good job on it, and the mod makers that made the mods done a really good job on their mods as well, and some of the updates to many of them. But the last season was more of a run-up, more of like a practice and experiment to get used to the whole process of video creation and commentary of Minecraft. And that went well, so playing UHS 3. It has been delayed a fair bit recently, between illness and just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the mod pack, because although I find it to be a much better mod pack, there are some things that I had to change. So before we actually get into creating the world here, I want to go over the changes I've made fairly quickly. First, foremost, and most importantly, I have disabled Grimoire of Gaia 2. I hate Grimoire of Gaia 2. I hate Grimoire of Gaia, period. That alone should be enough to explain why I took it out. I do not enjoy it, I do not like it, so I have taken it out. I do not want that in my experience of UHS 3. It's not the difficulty of it that was an issue with UHS 1, the original form of Ultra Hard Survival mod pack, where a lot of the stuff was one-shot kills, but Wyld has, toned down the damage that they could do in this mod pack to reasonable levels. The damage is not the issue, it's a million other things with the mod, from the look of the mobs to how they spawn, just the feel of it, and the good things it gives you, the rewards it gives you. Just, I don't care about. There's just a lot of things about it that I don't like. It's a well-made mod for the most part, and some of the items don't do anything that they're supposed to do. I assume that's just because this version of it isn't really complete. It is Grimoire of Gaia 2, I'm assuming this is a recent remake of it, or sequel to it. It's probably in its early stages within this form, in 1.6.4 of Minecraft at least. But otherwise, at least with the mobs, I should say, it's a well-made mod. I just don't like it at all. I have never liked that mod. So I've taken it out. I don't want to leave something in that I'm not going to enjoy or like at all. And I'm never going to use anything from it, really. So why keep it in? It's kind of pointless. There are a couple other things I have changed with the default settings for UHS 3. These are more personal preferences on kind of how the mod pack plays. For instance, mobs will no longer be able to break every single type of light source. I found that to be kind of stupid. If I take the time and use the resources to make the various glowstone related blocks, because there's glowstone lamps, and some of the mods add, light sources that use glowstone, along with other materials, I don't want that being broken, because that's taking time and, more importantly, resources that could be used for something else. Glowstone is used for a lot of different things. The glowstone especially is like one of my sticky points, because glowstone is used for a lot of things. Using it for lighting is kind of taking away from the other things you could be using it for, like other non-lighting related things that could help you in other ways. So, I just feel that if I'm taking the time to get the glowstone, which isn't the easiest to get, at least I don't know if I might be able to get it through magical crops. Magical crops takes a long time to do anything with. So, if I'm taking the time to get that resource, especially since it's from the Nether, we might be able to get a little bit of it from other means in the overworld, but not much. The only place you're going to get a lot of it quickly is the Nether, and the Nether is freaking dangerous. That should be able to stick around. Torches, I'm perfectly fine with mobs breaking. UHS2 essentially had that, except instead of breaking the torches, they simply turned them off, because it was a different mod that governed it in UHS2. But, I'm fine with them breaking torches. That makes sense. Torches are cheap, easy to make, easy to spam. Having them break that adds difficulty to the game. Them breaking all the other light sources, though, a bit of a pain. I do believe I still have them breaking jack-o'-lanterns. I don't really ever use jack-o'-lanterns to begin with, but, I believe I kept that in if I didn't, and I happen to notice it if I ever use one, which, again, I never do. I don't really care for jack-o'-lanterns. Then I'll make sure to put that back in, but I'm pretty sure I added that in. I know I added it to tornadoes. At least I'm pretty sure I added it to tornadoes. I'm just not sure if I added it to mobs. But it shouldn't really matter anyways, because again, I don't really use them. And of course, mobs can break other blocks. Most of the blocks that Wyld had in there for breaking are still in there. I think I might have removed one or two. I know I removed farmland for sure, because I just found that to be kind of weird. I don't remember if I had tornadoes breaking up farmland. I do know I have tornadoes breaking up a lot of the default crops. Not all crops, just like the default vanilla ones that tend to show up in villages. But I don't remember if I had mobs breaking. No, tornadoes breaking farmland, but mobs breaking farmland seemed weird. I left that out, and there wasn't really a use for mobs breaking farmland, at least to me, other than emptying out villages, which, finding a village, I think the farmland should be a reward, assuming that a tornado hasn't hit it yet. And the monsters are already drawn to the villages anyways from the villagers, so not much of an issue, I think. But the main blocks that they can break, they can break down glass, or vanilla glass and glass panes, the wooden doors and the wooden fence gates. All of that is still in there. And I believe I might have added a thing or two. I think I don't know if they broke beds by default or not. Or some of the changes I made, I added stuff to both things mobs can break and tornadoes can break. I don't remember which ones I added to which. There are a number of things that they can break, though. Tornadoes, as I said, I added some stuff that they could break, and I took out a lot of stuff that they can break. Tornadoes will not be able to break grass, dirt, logs, wooden planks of any variety, or leaves. At least they shouldn't break leaves. I did this because I don't want nature getting ruined by tornadoes. It looks ugly. And being a builder myself, I don't want them destroying the landscape and with the logs and the wood destroying my buildings, because I want to be able to build with wood and logs. Those are essential building blocks for any builder. I don't want to be limited to not using those just because Wyld thinks they're too easy to get, too easy to build with. Tough. Tough, I say. I'm a builder. I will use what blocks I please. I don't want tornadoes destroying them. The only block I really want them destroying is, I allowed them to destroy farmland because it makes a little bit of sense for them to be able to do that. There are tornadoes, after all. I want them to have, some sort of effect on something. And of course, they can, as I said, I made them so that they can destroy a lot of the vanilla farmland. Not all vanilla like plants, like all the flowers and grass or anything. I don't care about that. That doesn't even matter. But at least, the basic farmlands, and there are some things that they can still break, like wooden doors, the wooden fence gates, and the like. But that pretty much covers everything that I changed or removed from UHS 3, but there are a couple things I added. First off, carpenter's blocks. Now, none of the carpenter's blocks can be broken by mobs or tornadoes, but I already plan to use them kind of like the doors and the fence gates of those sparingly, likely mainly as interiors. I'm going to use, iron doors for exterior doors. But carpenter's blocks, I really like the mod. Been wanting to play with it for a very long time. Never actually had the chance to. So we're going to be doing that here. I'm not going to be overusing them. They're mainly going to be used for like specific things I want them to use them on. I'm not going to make like a giant mansion out of carpenter's blocks. That would just ruin my frame rate. There'll be more of a thing I use for specific purposes. Like I might use it for a roof, and only a roof or something. Or, like other specific things I want to use them on. We'll kind of see when we get, to actually building stuff. That's going to be, a little later in the series. It's going to take a while before we actually get to building the big stuff. Anyways, it's more of a visual mod, essentially. I'm using it for the looks. I'm not using it for survival. Using it just for the building aspect. And last but not least, I added my cape. Just added my cape. Not much more to say than that. Not exactly the most important change in the world, but I like having my cape. And I believe that actually covers everything. I'd actually made a list of all the changes I made, or at least the bullet points of the changes I made. List like every blog, everything from mobs or tornadoes, otherwise I would have just listed it. I didn't do that because it would have taken a while just to list all that stuff out anyways. But yeah, I believe that is it. So we can actually go in and create our world. Took a little while to talk through all of that. There is quite a lot that was changed there. But we can actually go and play the game now. The world that we'll be going into shall be called the Wyld, just as it was in the last season of Minecraft Mishaps, the season 0. More world options. The seed will be the same, the Wyld. Just name it after the creator of the UHS 3 mod pack. Of course, going to biomes of plenty world types. We'll get the biomes of plenty, biomes. On, allow cheats on for, not playthrough purposes, let's play purposes, because I'm recording stuff. You never know when something's going to go wrong. You should generally always have it on if you're ever doing a let's play, just to make sure that if something breaks, you can fix it. No bonus chest though. I believe that is everything. Everything looks correct here. Yep. Triple checking everything. So I will see you guys on the other side of world creation, and we can actually get started playing. And we are back and ready to play. First things first, get these books out of the bar. Mark our spawn point here. Boop, boop, boop. Why let us do spawn main group. There we go. Here's our spawn marked. Looks like we are in a forest hills, which it means this. Try and hunt around for some seeds here. Not really. Oh, got a few there. And start chopping down some trees. Strawberry and raspberry seeds. Hold on a second. I'm getting something coming up. Error writing infestation.nbt. Okay. No idea what the heck that's supposed to mean. Grab this tree here. And something I did fail to mention when starting out, well, no, not starting out, but building the world, is that we're not playing in hardcore mode. I do not enjoy hardcore. I don't like losing my world. There's that infestation empty. I have no idea what the heck that's supposed to be. I guess I'll just ignore it. Now, it doesn't seem to be affecting the game any, so I don't think it's a major issue at the moment. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't really like hardcore. I don't like losing my world, losing everything I've done. Especially with a YouTube series like this. It's just not a good idea. And since I am prone to dying, particularly in difficult scenarios like this, I think it's better to just play normal survival, but I am playing at hard difficulty. Well, that does remind... Oh, A, good thing we have sheep nearby, but B, it does remind me, I did forget to actually mention, also, that I changed the passive mobs to actually be passive again. Wyld I changed them so that they would actually become neutral mobs. And I found that change to be utterly stupid. So, I changed them back to being passive. Ooh, an apple. Good. Let the rest of this decay. Raspberry, strawberry, saplings, cotton seeds. Got a good variety of things. That infestation MPT thing is going to be bugging me, seeing that in the console window constantly. Do we want to actually build here? Is an important question because it determines whether I'm going to make it a normal wooden sword, or try to make. Oh, it looks like there might be a bush over there. Or try to make a tinker's sword. I think I'm just gonna make a normal wooden sword. I'm not confident if I want to stay on this island here, because it's forest with the poison ivy, and it doesn't seem to be very tall. I like for my first base. Ooh. Wild carrots. A little bit of food. I like having... Yeah, these guys are actually passive again, so they won't attack me and kill me instantly. It's why I don't like them being neutral. Great, where did they go? There it is. Some sugar canes over there. So we got 3 wool. Go back up to the crafting bench. Where did I... Yeah, I picked it up. Immediately make a bed. There we go. We got some mutton. So now we're pretty much set to travel wherever we want to, because we can just set the bed and go to sleep pretty much everywhere. Anywhere, I should say. Approaching midday. Let's guess us. Move on. Shrub. Gotta keep our eyes peeled for poison ivy, so that way we don't die. Oh, Natura willow tree. Let's take this guy down. Nice to get a Natura tree early, so that way we can start eating our saplings. There are like several sort of build projects I want to do in this series, one of which is one that I wanted to do in the season 0 but didn't have the time to, which was an arboretum. I'd love to make an arboretum here, which, if you do not know what an arboretum is, it is basically a place with a bunch of different types of trees. Be basically like a giant tree farm. with every type of tree in the game. Hopefully. That'll be one of my goals, at least. Try to get every type of tree there is. Grab these guys. Can be used for sticks, which is useful. Doesn't take much to grab them, so. Come here to get these sugar cane. What's around us? Bayou, more forest. Canyon behind us, more forest. Tundra, apparently. Autumn hills. Way off in that direction. That looks like rainforest. Off there. Yeah, that's definitely canyon. You can tell that pretty much immediately. None of this is decaying. I'm guessing because of these other guys. Oh, some moss. Just because if there's a log anywhere nearby, trees won't decay. Yeah, let's grab them then. See if this helps. Might as well get the birch too. Who knows where we're going? May not have birch nearby. So it's good to get some saplings for it. There we go. I do like birch wood, so good to have some early. Got a couple birch saplings there. One willow sapling. These guys in here, the willow wood, birch wood. That's our food, some moss. Let's put the wild carrots down there. Sun's starting to set slowly. Might get rid of some more saplings here. Whew. Excuse me, look at their head sneeze. Ugh. The conditions for recording in this room have not been the best. My sinuses have been like crap in this room. My bedroom, that is. Okay, got got a bunch of willow saplings. That should be enough. The sun is starting to set though, so probably want to remain out here more in the open. Set our bed down. Eat the wild carrots. Refill our hunger. Apparently gives us weakness. Interesting. Oh, it's the cloud. I thought I was seeing a graphical glitch there. Just the cloud in the corner of the vision. There's this guy over here. Apple crab. Bunch of these shrubs. More poison ivy. I'll have to come back in here when it's proper day again. For now, let's go rest. Sleep the night away. You can only sleep at night. You can only sleep at night. Well, isn't this familiar? You can only sleep at night. You can only sleep at night. You can only sleep at night. There we go. Day 1. Oh, there's another sapling. We got enough saplings of that, so we can move on. us try to find that bush I thought was over here. Always got to keep an eye out for bushes. Those are really, really helpful. Where is it? Over here? Oh, I guess it was just... No, it's just flour. Alright. Well, I'll take another glance around. Oh, there's all... Oh, guess there's stuff like this. Bunch of free sticks, basically. It doesn't take much to knock these guys out. Get rid of every bit of poison ivy I see. So don't run into it later. Oh well, it does end up being a bush here. Just underneath the tree, so you can't even see it on the map. 3 blackberry? Yep, blackberry bushes. Continue looking. Wheatgrass. Maybe has a higher chance of getting the seeds, I don't know. Keep looking around. What the heck is this? Sludge! Well, I'm not going into that. Definitely not going in there. That does not sound very fun. Anything up here? Nope, nope. So I think it'd be a good time to leave this little island. Don't really see any reason to stick around. A cherry blossom. Oh yeah, I'm also up running Optivine. I forgot to mention that. Cherry blossom. It looks like. Definitely want to go get that. So let's hop across the pond to do so. Whee! Big bush there over on the cliff face. Can try to get that. That will certainly be very, very helpful. You really want to get those bushes, these berry bushes, because they are super good. They don't give you a lot of hunger individually, but they are very, very highly saturating. So they're really good for food. Sakura, not cherry. Another nature tree. I could really do with an axe. But I don't have much room for all the tinker stuff. Alright. Break this guy. And break some of this. It's such a pretty wood. This looks like a big tree though, so it's probably not going to decay much on its own. We'll have to dig it out ourselves. We got one sapling. Come on. Drop another. There we go. Probably want to get 3 though, just to be safe. There we go. That's enough. Yeah, it's good enough. Let's keep going. Let's try and get this bush over here. Hello, sheep. No, I don't have any access wall. Though it might be... Ooh, look at this. Look at all of these berry bushes. Now these aren't the same as those boxy berry bushes, but they are a useful little thing. Free food. Probably shouldn't be doing that to my sword. There's some more over there. Continuing to keep my eye out for poison ivy too, because we're still in the forest. Look at that, 23 berries. I actually put my apples away. Suppose that we can kill these chickens too, since we're not going to be living around here. Got some eggs out of them. Already filling up our inventory. I'm getting all the main things I would want. Wool, food, saplings, and seeds. We have one more sheep. I would like to be able to make a punt. Don't hear anymore. Got some monsters over there. Want to stay away from. Keep clear of that. A little berry there. I want you. Time is it? Cannot see because it's behind the mountain. Let's climb our way up. Well, you eat those things a lot faster than you used to. Good God. Just plow through those. It's like shoving little berries just straight into the mouth. Here we go. So many little bushes. We're getting a lot of these, so once we plant these, we'll, get them grown. We'll be pretty good on food. There we go. And there is some coal over here. I don't have a pickaxe, though. So I guess we'll have to make one. Nope. Need more planks. Put these bushes in here as well. Get our first pick. Get some stone. And some coal. Now, one of the new additions to HS3, coal dust. Now, luckily, you can stand right in it and nothing happens. Or maybe it does now. Used to not do anything, but the main thing with coal dust, at least it didn't actually hurt me there, is that if it touches a fire source, like a torch, or I believe he was going, Wyld was going to patch in lava too. This will explode, so you got to be careful, because you do not want that stuff exploding on you. That's part of one of the new mods to UHS. Can only sleep at night. Sleep on the mountainside tonight. And finish mining this coal very, very slowly. This episode's already gone on a decent length though, so I am going to slowly finish mining this coal out and head back down the mountain, and we'll begin to look for some place to call home that isn't infested with poison ivy and has some decent land to build on. Because certainly don't want to build around here. Too dangerous. So I am going to keep on this, and I will see you guys next time.